And for Off the Block, I'm Vinny Lopes, and we are now joined by Alderson Broadus coach Greg Walker after his team got a big win against their new in-state rival, Charleston. And Coach, a good win for your program as you guys are growing, beginning that transition from club to NCAA Division II. Just talk a little bit about how you guys were able to get the win tonight.
Well, I think the big thing, the credit goes to, I think Charleston had a good team this year. They're young, but they definitely have a good talented team. I think the key things that kind of go into our team right now is that these guys are excited for this transition. They definitely earned it. And tonight, I think the key points for us was minimizing errors from our side of the net and allowing them to come from the other side. But we knew key players. We knew who to stop. We knew how to block hitters when we played them early in the season. A lot of it was trying to our blockers staying low and pressed and trying to stop the low steam attack. So I thought they did a really good job containing it. We had a couple streaks where we fell behind a little, and pretty confident with our squad being able to make up some of those points.
Yeah, and Coach, for your team this season, this is your first year with the team. What's been the biggest area of improvement that you've seen from when you first started the program to now, and just your team's growth and development?
Man, I can tell you that when I first took over here, I had a program, and the first thing I came in to do was teach these guys what a competitive culture is going to be. Implementing very strict block sequence patterns, and establishing our offense, our defense, and these guys have worked really hard to really buy into it. I know the drafted from the fall have changed to being a high air team, to being pretty efficient as far as attacking and serving. I know we're hitting pretty good based on the serve when we clock it in the gym, and attacking. I think they found their groove. I think our setters both Cody and Kevin have found their pace in the gym, which makes a huge improvement for both sides of the offense as well.
Yeah, and Coach, I'm talking about this win tonight. You're playing Charleston. You guys are the two schools in West Virginia that are going to be the NCAA Division I, Division II teams that have men's volleyball. At least now there's a couple other schools. But, is this potentially the emerging rivalry that we might see between you and Charleston moving forward?
I think so. We got some really good news from our university actually today on where they see us as a program, and so I think there's going to be some pretty big moves here in the next couple of months. More news coming out here about what we're doing in West Virginia. But I think Coach Trent did a great job at what he's establishing in Charleston, and I know my guys are pumped about that. And I think it will develop into an in-state rivalry. I hope that between Coach Crane and I, we're able to build a really competitive rivalry and a good culture here in West Virginia. To be able to draw some really good kids in. I think it'd be a pretty cool rivalry to have. I know the schools used to be in the same league together for all sports, so I think it'd be good overall especially for the state to get that publicity for men's volleyball and that growth.
Yeah, and Coach, looking at the rest of your schedule moving forward, you have a lot more matches against some NCAA Division II teams, especially some Conference Carolina schools, which I know you're well familiar with, having coached at Pfeiffer for that 1 year. But what's really the big goal kind of in this final month of the season for you guys that you want to achieve?
I think these guys. The easy answer would be we want to win out. The biggest thing I've learned from being with. I've been really blessed to have been part of good programs, and I think the biggest thing we look forward to isn't necessarily the ending; it's that process. I can't even. I joke with these guys all the time. I can't even express how far they've come since August. Since we hit it in the gym and getting better at that habits and becoming more efficient, minimizing errors, all the simple volleyball things, volleyball 101. I think that they've come night and day, and I can't wait to the end of the season to be able to show them our first day of practice compared to where we are now. But I think I told the guys our goals right now. We're looking conference membership is our next step. And we got to the administration is very serious about everything. So it's a great step for us, and but I'm excited to see how much more we can grow. I think more necessary than the wins. I think I've told these guys time and time again, the hard work, and that competitive mentality will produce wins. Whenever they're focused on the work side of it first.